Welcome to another edition of the Video Mailbag, a weekly feature where I take some letters from constituents and answer them and post the response on the website. Today's letter is from about 130 people who contacted me to get an update on transportation and the debate we're having here in the United States House of Representatives and the Senate about funding for transportation. First off, I want to thank everybody who have written in recently about transportation. You recognize that in Washington State, transportation investment means jobs. If we have the dollars to repair our roads, our bridges, our highways, as well as improve our transit systems, then we know that we can move people and freight to and from where they need to go. So where does that leave us in terms of transportation? Well, the House of Representatives has passed a transportation bill that has now gone over to the Senate. The Senate has passed a version of the transportation bill. And what that means now is that the Senate and the House are going to come together in what's called a conference committee to try to figure out the differences between the two bills and get this thing approved, hopefully before the end of June. I think it's important that we get it done sooner rather than later so that we can bring certainty to transportation funding in Washington State and in our corner of the Pacific Northwest. Why is that important? Because we are now just starting the construction season, and cities and counties and the state need to have certainty of funding so they can do contracts with private sector construction companies who will do the work to repair our roads and bridges and highways and create jobs this summer in doing very critical things, rebuilding our roads, bridges, and highways. So that's where we are in transportation right now. I want to thank the folks who've written in about this issue. Transportation investment is a critical issue in Washington State. It's part of a long-term economic growth effort that we need to have in order to ensure that we maintain our economic leadership in the world. Thanks a lot.